Change your age range to 43, I know. But Google it, you can, I did. Men emotionally mature at the age of 43.
Liar!
I told him that I needed new windshield wipers. They just like came up in conversation. And our second date was gonna be him taking me to O'Reilly's Auto Parts to get me some windshield wipers.
Oh, good for you!
You don't have the energy for someone that is not going to be an anchor in your life. Let them go. Let them go. Because the universe can't send you what you need, what you want, what you deserve if you're holding on to a maybe because you're operating in a scarcity mindset.
I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. If he's not my hero, he's not for me. If he is not slaying dragon when there's a dragon in my life, if he's not taking care of me on the inside and the outside, then he doesn't love me. Don't ever settle for anything less.
So I have decided I want to be in my unhinged single girly era. You know what? I'm not gonna take none of this dating stuff seriously. I'm gonna put on there short-term fun, something casual, what the fuck ever. Like, don't care. After Australia, I'll get back to taking it serious again, but right now, I ain't taking none of this shit seriously.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Give me the seat trip. And today, guys, we have one of these videos that, let me tell you, are not so easy to go with, right? It's not one of those videos where you entertain yourself a little, you have a little laughs. No, this is one of these videos where at the end of the video, you're going to be thinking to yourself, why am I following this guy Hiran? You're going to be rubbing your eyes, grabbing your head, pulling your hair after you watch this video. So you can see Ampu is absolutely unaware of the cringe that is coming. But you know what you guys are aware of? That if you like this video, you can help me a lot. So please consider. But now I'll stop begging you for likes, gentlemen. Let's get started and see how these women have each on their own decided to trash their lives and their chances at meeting a decent guy.
Dating tip. Change your age range to 43, I know. But Google it, you can, I did. Men emotionally mature at the age of 43. And I went on a date with a 42-year-old.
Yeah, guys, so if you're less than 43, don't consider having children because you're not mature enough. It just turns out. I just learned from this woman. You having a kid before 43 is going to mean that you have the same mentality as your kid, as your newborn. You're just immature. No, but in reality, what immature means in this scenario is just a guy who doesn't want to follow everything she says. A guy who won't commit to all the expectations she puts and wants and desires, and a guy who has his own mind.
And it was amazing. He talked about art he liked, authors he liked, museums. He asked me a lot of questions, good questions, and I told him that I needed new windshield wipers. It just like came up in conversation, and our second date was gonna be him taking me to O'Reilly's Auto Parts to get me some windshield wipers, and he's gonna put them on for me. I mean, do not sleep on the 40+ men, I'm telling you.
Stop.
Right, so before we move to this next unhinged woman, the last one pretty happy about the windshield wipers. Now, I don't know how much they cost in the USA. She's acting like she just won a free house. I don't know why she's so happy. But the thing we have to consider here is that when these women talk about green flags or things they like in men, guys, keep in mind it's in the men she already likes, right? It's not a condition that makes her want a man or not want a man. No, first there is a precondition. I have to like you, meaning you have to be jacked, successful, rich, and then everything you do which is not horrendous is going to be a green flag. But these do not apply to the average man. If you're an average man and you go on a date with her and you talk about the art that you like, she's not going to care in the slightest about the art that you want, right? Maybe gonna get bored, or she will dismiss you. If you buy her windshield, right, she's not gonna care in the slightest. I mean, she's gonna use the opportunity, but she's not gonna say, oh, he was so romantic. No, she's going to think, damn, what a man with low self-respect. The first woman he sees, and he already, is willing to buy her, to treat her well because he's thirsty for attention. But because this guy is probably attractive, then we categorize all of these as green flags. It's not that other guys are not willing to do that or more. It's just that she already likes this one. And I don't know why this guy is doing this. He's attractive. He doesn't need to do all of this. I don't know. Maybe he really wants to be in a marriage and has decided to commit to this woman. Guys, I don't know the reason why. But now let's continue with this woman.
Remaining friends with the men that you went out on a couple of dates with and slept with, and you decided, yeah, this really doesn't work for me. Guess what? If it's not working for you now, it's not going to work for you later. All you are here is doing by keeping that little window open there of being friends is keeping a window open to get easy ass. Here's the thing. You're beautiful. You're radiant. You can get ass whenever you want to. All you have to do.
Before we continue with this nonsense, guys, I just think every time I watch these videos how if a woman had done this to sleep with multiple men she doesn't even remember the names of, slept with multiple people, then decided it's not for me after spreading her legs. A woman 2 centuries back, if she had done this, the FBI can't take this information out of her. You know what I mean? Like, they will be trying to hide this information as deep as possible because society used to shame immoral behavior and behavior which is promiscuous. Promiscuity used to be a thing of the past. It used to be something bad, right, for numerous reasons. But nowadays, guys, promiscuity is glorified. The more, a lot is said about when men sleep with a lot of women, they get called heroes, or just F-boys, or people who succeed. But when women sleep with a lot of people, they get called 304s. Yes, by us who still live in reality, but society as a whole doesn't call you a 304. It calls you empowered, liberated, boss babe, So what's the difference? It's just, it's a small percentage of men who realize that you're a 304 and you are for the streets. Most people, especially other women, they will glorify you for living in your boss babe era.
Easy ass. Here's the thing. You're beautiful. You're radiant. You can get ass whenever you want to. All you have to do is open Tinder. And you know what? Contrary to popular belief,
Yeah, guys, so again, all you have to do as a woman, I like that she says it, because all you have to do as a woman to have a high body count is just decide to do it. There's no hardships, there's no obstacles. If you want to be a 304, you can be a 304 right now, in 2 hours. You can create a dating app right now, and in 2 hours, you will already have increased your body count. This is why men value women, have standards, and they decide to not be one of the multiple sheep who follow along what is trending in the culture right now. This is why a high-value woman, even though I don't like these terms, but a high-value woman is one that doesn't spread her legs for every second guy. Meanwhile, a woman who does that is just one of the many, one of the bunch. It takes effort to be a good woman who has pair bonding abilities. That takes effort. It takes no effort to just get one or multiple dating apps and spread your legs for the whole city. That takes 0 effort. Every woman can do it.
You do not have the same 24 hours as Beyonce. Do you know why? Well, we're still working on our careers. We're in our 20s, we're in our 30s, we're working on our careers, we're trying to build a life. We're also looking for somebody to build a life with. We also have to take care of ourselves. Friends require energy, they require nurturing. They are houseplants. You don't have the energy for someone that is not going to be an anchor in your life. Let them go. Let them go. Because the universe can't send you what you need, what you want, what you deserve if you're holding on to a maybe because you're operating in a scarcity mindset.
And so many terms that I've come to hate, like scarcity mindset, the universe, deserve, and all this crap. You know, guys will look at this video and will say, thank you, madam, for making this, and thank you for posting it on the internet, because you are a perfect example of the woman you should not follow. Perfect example. You cannot get this information if TikTok didn't exist. You would fall for these women. So I have to thank you as well, madam. Thank you for exposing to all of us the type of woman we should not touch with a 6-foot pole.
I'm going to tell y'all something right now. If he's not my hero, he's not for me. If he is not slaying dragon when there's a dragon in my life, if he's not taking care of me on the inside and the outside, then he doesn't love me, because that's how men work. A man who will watch you suffer, that is...
No, that's not how men works. Well, first off, gentlemen, if someone is willing to slay a dragon for this woman, you're free to go. Just go for it, right? But for those of you who are not willing to slay dragons for this woman, that's not how men operate anymore. That's how men used to operate, meaning they will show commitment, they will show that they can provide for a woman, you know, they will show attention to detail and give flowers and all those things. But men have wisened up, because it turns out that's not what works anymore. If you're one of those men who does this, you either have to not date any woman until you find out months or even years later that she's dating material, and then you can do it. Or if you simply go on dating apps, or you try to be a gentleman with every second woman you go on a date with, you're gonna end up real bad, my dude. You're gonna end up real bad. And most guys learn, but sadly enough, there are still guys who don't, which we call simps. And the reason why we make fun of simps, there are some simps that are just really bad, just bad people. They will sell their mother for some female attention if they could. But there are some other simps who are genuinely just naive guys. They're not stupid, they're just naive. And they think that this old-fashioned way still works. And for some reason, they see it doesn't, but they still try and make it work. When it doesn't, guys, it just doesn't work. If you're one of these guys who wants to be a gentleman, you will get used, you will get manipulated. I mean, look at the first woman. She's dating a guy because he's going to buy her windshields. You know, how many women have we seen on the channel who just talk about free dates and free meals that they can get, scarcity mindset, whatever not? You're just gonna get used. And this is why the rest of the men who are not simps, like all of you gentlemen, we make fun of simps just because they are men who are harming themselves. They are weak men, they are pathetic men. They're willing to trade their reputation, their honor, their dignity for a little bit of female attention that is not even that good. So those men don't exist anymore. You can thank womanism for that. You can thank all the women who have dismissed good guys for so long. And now the only good guys that you will find are some guys out there, one in 1,000, that keeps all his goodness to himself, because he knows that the moment he gives it away, you're gonna make use of it. All the harpies, all the vultures will gather around him to steal all his resources from him.
Not a man who loves you. I don't care if he's your brother, your dad, your friend, your boyfriend, your husband, whatever. A man who loves you will not allow you to suffer. He will not. And he will absolutely not cause you any suffering. He will not cause you any suffering. If a man is not your knight in shining armor, he's not the one. He's just not the one. He might be a friend. He might be a for now, but he's not the forever. A man who loves you will show up for you. He will fight for you. He will be good to you. He will love you. He will remember what you like. He will enjoy making you happy in all the little ways. He will love you well. I promise. Don't ever settle for anything less. Period.
I think this is a dating coach, one of the many. I don't know if she's married. I don't think so. So unluckily she haven't found that white knight yet, but this theoretically will be a good advice, right? I mean, this is what mothers used to tell their daughters back in the day. You know, don't settle for a man who does this, settle for a man who is ready for you. The advice itself is not the problem. The problem is the way these women apply this advice, and they apply it after a long period of situationships. You know, like they don't put value in their body. They give their body for free to multiple chads. They take in all the quote-unquote evil men who make them suffer, as this woman said. You know, they all of those things, guys, they do. And then at 40, not because they have learned anything, just because now it's convenient, then they apply this. Oh, now I'm looking for a man who's willing to slay dragons for me. Even though the last 100 men, I haven't requested anything out of them. Just give me the validation, pump and dump me. It's all right. That's a good deal I'm willing to take. And then suddenly, guys, oh yeah, I'm going to apply this. No, it doesn't work that way. You either have to apply it right from the get-go, or if you don't apply it then, there's no need to apply it now. Just continue on your ways. Follow the path you've chosen to give yourself to multiple men and have zero self-respect.
So I have decided I want to be in my unhinged single girly era. Why not? At least till like when I come back from Australia. So I get like 3 months. If you know what, I'm not.
Guys, sorry, I just threw in my mouth a little. But this is the woman I'm talking about. Here she is. Right, I just mentioned how some woman will do this behavior that this one is talking about right now. And this one, guys, I can assure you, when she gets to 30, 40, I mean, she's already 30 by the looks of it, but when she gets to 40, she'll start saying, now, where is my knight in shining armor? Where is my Prince Charming? He must be slaying a lot of dragons to get to me. You know? You don't deserve that man. What makes you think you're entitled to this type of man after you lead this life? Where once you don't respect yourself for that many years, you've already lost credibility, first of. You lost pair bonding ability, second of. And you just lost your chance at a good guy. Because now you're just a liability.
I'm not gonna take none of this dating stuff seriously. I'm gonna put on there short-term fun, something casual, what the fuck ever. Like, don't care. After Australia, I'll get back to taking it serious again. But right now, I ain't taking none of this shit seriously. So, I decided, what's something like Unhinged that would kind of like, I don't know. Some guys would be like, ew. For a profile. So I decided to make my entire profile Taylor Swift lyrics. And it turned out pretty good. So let me show you.
Alright, before she shows us her cringe profile, first off, men in Australia, be really careful. I don't know when this TikTok was made, but maybe this woman is still lurking around. Be really careful. You know, flee the continent if you have to. But going back, guys, second of, you don't get to BA 3 or 4 for a couple of months and then return to serious dating, where men have to take you seriously and promise you the stars and be there with you. What the hell? How can you be a person, a human being, that believes that this is somehow possible? This is literally what eating your cake and having it means. You can't have both. You're either for the streets, and once you're for the streets, you're forever for the streets. Remember, guys, a woman for the streets is always for the streets. Or at least, you know, maybe not always. There is this one case that's literally 1 in a million. But, you know, like 99.99% of the cases, a woman for the street always stays for the street. She never changes her mindset. And she's just opportunistic, right? Even in the best case scenario, even if a woman that used to be for the streets now has learned her lessons and is willing to be this traditional wife, it's always going to be a risk, because you don't know if she really has changed or she's just opportunistic, as this woman is. She wants to have everything. I'm gonna mess around with multiple men and then I'm gonna go back to looking for a provider. No man with self-respect will ever take you seriously after what you've just shown. And this woman is maybe a 3 on the best day of her life, just really not attractive. She's overweight. But yeah, guys, she gets way more matches than probably a few good-looking guys summed up together. But now let's check her cringy dating app profile.
You. Dang it, the lashes don't work with the green screen. Anyways, it says, "Hi, it's me, and you look like my next mistake. You don't know me, but I bet you want to. So hey, let's be friends. I'm dying to see how this one ends." I had a lot more in there, but I decided to shorten it and make it short and sweet. And look, I put something casual because I don't need to be buying Christmas presents for a man right now, okay? I just need somebody to do stuff with on Saturday night while my married friends are like at home with their kids. So I decided to come in hot with the title for the
So Amp died, but you know what's funny, guys? It's that these women will often mention that they have friends who are married. That's the best part of it. I mean, we still have women who marry and don't leave marriages. There are a lot of who do, of course, but there are some marriages that, as she says, you know, the wife is at home taking care of her children, living happily with the husband. You know, they often mention this, and it just makes me wonder, how is it that some women make it? How is it that some women don't need to go through these hookup phases? They don't need to wait for the universe, you know? These women, it's either the universe prioritizes them, maybe it's like a speed delivery or something. They just have the pro version of the app, you know, the early access to the app, where the universe just delivers their men faster. I don't know, but some women are just making it, and these ones are not.
This chapter of my life is what a shame she's f***ing ahead, because Champagne Problems will always be one of my favorites, and I just love that lyric. It's very unhinged to me, and I was like, that's gonna let's just set the bar, okay? And then we have 3 best words to describe me: pathological people pleaser. I was really proud.
Yeah, guys, isn't that what you're looking for in a wife? Someone who is pathological and effed up in the head? These are her words. Isn't that what every man is dreaming about?
Out of that one, that I thought of that. And then I'm looking for someone who meet me in the pouring rain, kiss me on the sidewalk, and take away the pain. Because, I mean, honestly, that's actually pretty honest, because what girl just doesn't want to feel like the sparks fly? Like, you know? And then how
can you be 30 and have these dreams that are usually women in their when they're 13 want? I want him to kiss me in the rain, daddy. So cringe. What? Like, you know, the first woman mentioned that men mature at age 43. Okay, this woman is 30 and she still hasn't matured. So when do women mature? On average. Because at age 31, she still wants what the 15-year-old girl wants after watching the Twilight, yeah? This woman wants what the 15-year-old girl wants after watching Twilight. Just so cringe.
my personality type is snow on the beach, weird but beautiful, which I also feel like is very accurate.
No, your personality type is the most dull, the most common, minimum common denominator, just the most plain and superficial bullcrap that you can get. You are the cheapest stock on the market. There are millions of women just like you and probably more attractive, so you're even worse than that. You don't even have that going, right? If you were equally as stupid but at least a little more attractive, you would have something going on. But this woman is literally rock bottom. You're not snow on the beach. You're not a special snowflake. You're not nothing. And guys, I don't say these words to insult her or to go for her looks. You know, I'm not trying to be an a-hole. It's just you come to me with this attitude of I'm the best around, I'm snow on the beach. No, your behavior is of a common 304. You belong to the streets and nothing more, and not even the good streets. You belong to the dark alleys, the bad streets, you know, that smell like rotten flesh. That's where you belong.
So yeah. We'll see if this works, if this gets anything. I've tried the like sassy, passy, aggressy profiles before, and that does not work with dudes in my area. Like, I got nothing. So we'll see if Taylor Swift Unhinged kind of works. Oh, light, computer. I'll keep you updated.
Damn, I have respect for Taylor Swift, but some of her fans are just not it, man. Well, to land on this thought, gentlemen, what a surprise that sassy, passy, aggressive women are not what men are looking for, as this woman proclaims. Now, I find that hard to believe because I am one of those men who is looking for a sassy, passy, obnoxious, and aggressive woman. But I think it's not common between men to be wanting those traits in a woman. But what a video. I really did end the video, you know, just rubbing my eyes, guys. So, but well, as I've mentioned, all of you are them in some way or another. Sorry, guys, can't speak. Being masochists, you know, you feel joy, you feel pleasure from literally, you know, killing your brain cells by watching these videos. But hey, at least we learned something. Thank you for watching, guys. Leave me your comments down below, and I'll be happy to see you next time. Have a good one.